Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Lorwyn Eclipsed Limited. We did a draft where we ended up building up a pretty decently well-rounded Kithkin deck. I have two of these Kithkeeper, which, as you know, this is a staple in, was a staple in Cube. Anyway, so we ended up with two Kithkeepers. We actually had an opportunity to draft a third one, but I thought that'd be a little absurd. So we can tap creatures to give it +3/+0 in flying, making it a good late game threat as long as you don't mind the fact that it's got 3 toughness. We also got 2 Glisterbands, so just by itself, it's going to give +2/+2, and if you have any white permanents, it's +3/+3. Obviously, the dream is to also have something like the Reaping Willow in play to give it +4/+4. We ended up drafting a Figure of Fables in pack 2, pick one, and this card is going to carry some games all by itself. And then, for the card that I want to test this go-around, I want to test out Mirrormind Crown. This is rated as a 0, completely unplayable, from Channel Fireball. It's probably terrible, but this is going to be its one chance to impress me. I've got a few ways to make tokens, including the Clackland Festival and the Kithkeeper. So, if we're able to make tokens of something powerful, it might do some work. Or, this might just be a trap. Let's put it all together and see how it goes. We are putting this entire first game on the back of drawing one land. I go first, so I'm going to get one less draw. I've got a 2-drop. If I draw a single land, I've got a 3-drop. Obviously, we'll need to then draw some other stuff, but we need one land for this to work. So, we've got some of our big stuff is already just kind of chilling in our hand, so I would like to believe that the deck will reward me. Could be wrong. So we play a forest and pass, and because this is my main account, I can do the old, hey, how do you do? And they're going to turn their hand face up for me. They're playing Kithkin as well. Okay, we have a removal spell. We would like to draw a land. Okay, we did not draw a land. So we would like to draw a land this turn. So this has turned us from the first player into the second player. We have an extra card. We still didn't draw a land. But they look to be pretty stuck too. And we end turn. I think that pennant is terrible, but who knows? Finally, we drew a land, so we're actually back into this game. Let's see what happens if I attack. And I'm going to play my Wary Farmer. It's a good blocker, and it'll kind of help filter me through the rest of my cards to get more lands. Next turn is going to be Clackland Festival. Even if I draw another Plains, I'm not going to play the Reaping Willow right away. I'd rather have the Festival out, making some mana. It's not super efficient, but again, making those tokens right away, plus giving the ability to make tokens late. Hey, look, a Thought Weapon Lieutenant. I think we ended up with 2 of those. They attack. I don't have a reason to trade. They might have the flyer. That counts as a thing. That's kind of what I'm reading into them. So let me just play my festival. Yeah, they have a stick here too. I think they have the bouncy flyer. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give my Wary Farmer +1/+0 in Vigilance. Sorry, +1/+1 in Vigilance. I'm going to attack. And if they want to trade 2 for 2, I'm okay with that. Oh no, I read wrong. I read the wrong spell. Okay. That's alright. Because now I've got something to spiral into solitude. Yep. And they have first strike, which sucks for me. I take 8. Uh-huh. So I'm pretty far on the back foot. It started by me not drawing a land at first. Sure. Throw it on that. It started off with me being dry on lands, but then I fell right into their trap. So I have to just deal with that. And the fact that the Gallant Foul Knight gives them first strike is really terrible for me. I still only have 3 mana. So assuming nothing changes, Prideful Feastling is going to be my next turn. Ugh, but this is a rough one. I kept a bad hand, but we still had options, and they got the Bridget's command. Uh-huh. And finally, for the last trick, no blocks. And down to 3. I'm going to play the Feastling. Crap. Alright. GG's. So, that one's partly on me, partly on the deck. Alright, we're going against QQ761199170. You're not supposed to put your password in. Alright. So this is, again, the same problem, but different, because I have a Great Forest Druid. So I'm going to keep. I've got a 1-drop. I've got a 2-drop. That'll get me to 3. I drew a land this time, because of course I did. Game's just showing off, so I've got Wary Farmer on 3 at the very least. I play a 2/2, but he needs a elf in the yard to make it happen. So no attacks. If he attacks, I'll just attack back. So I think that that's probably a good keep. Okay, so I have up to 4 mana available. I don't think I'm going to use it this turn. I'm going to play the Wary Farmer with no attacks. If I draw a land off the top, I'm going to 5 mana next turn with the Lamenter plus all of the lands in the Great Forest Druid to draw a card. Hey, got his own Druid. But if not, I can do things like this, where I play my Thought Weft at Lieutenant. Give that trample, and then we can assert Perfection to kill their Great Forest Druid. And then we go to attacks with my Wary Farmer. Perfect. It's hard to say no to this Reaping Willow, so I think I'm going to keep it. Even though it means it's putting me off mana again next turn, the Reaping Willow is so strong, I just want it anyway. And I think if they don't do something amazing to try to kill me, I'm going to play it next turn. Pummeler for hire. Sure, gain some life. I will not trade, so you can go ahead and do that. I'm going to play my Reaping Willow, and I'm going to scry for a land. Perfect. So I'm going to have 5 mana next turn, which is Lamenter, plus remove the counter from Lamenter. And that's going to give me yet another scry. No! That's going to tickle. 10 mana. Sorry, 10 damage. I think I just take it, because I'm going to have the ability to not die next turn. So I've got 5, right? So I can play the Lamenter. And then instead of drawing a card, we're just going to keep you locked down. So you can't attack. And I'm actually going to put the farmer in the garbage. I can potentially reanimate it with the Willow now. But I really want to get another green source. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you shitting me? 2 Prima Bashes in a row? Okay, so we have to trade in some shit. Because I just die. They don't have trample, though. So maybe I play the Gold Meadow Nomad under big guy. Right, no trample. And I'm going to kill this safe right, because I have to. So how am I going to kill it? The farmer plus the Lamenter? Let's do like this. They can only kill one, and I get to keep both of my value creatures. I imagine they get rid of the... Wow, they did not. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3 colors in play. Still don't have the thing. They now have a big old 6/6. I think I'm going to Willow to give myself the ability to block for more damage. And then Lamenter to block more damage. Plus I draw a card. Thank Christ. I could Gold Meadow Nomad this turn, but I'm going to hold on to that as a pocket for if I draw my doodad. End turn. I'm going to keep that forest right there. Kithkeeper comes out next turn. As long as I don't lose a black source, it's going to do a lot of good jobs. Yep. First strike. Must be blocked to Fable. Okay? Let's see what happens. You have got to be joking me. They have everything. Death Touch and Lifelink. Okay, so I'm going to be dealt 4 damage anyway. Yep. And he gets an elf token. I would very much appreciate you stopping having stuff. I don't necessarily need to get rid of this because it's basically gone. And I think we're going to play Kithkeeper. Make a bunch of Kithkin. Okay. I don't need land anymore. It can go in the yard. I am sad that I lost my black source, but it is what it is. It had to be done. Pass. Alright, so now they are on the back foot. So I'm going to play the Stoneback and the Grove Guide. And then I can tap 3 untapped Kithkin I control. Untapped creatures I control. Let's tap that guy. Give it a bunch of stuff. Oh. Let's attack. See if they want to block their 4/4 with my 6/3 flyer. I wouldn't. They've got a lot of life left. Yeah, that's probably the right choice. And turn. I don't need the Farrier. What I'm looking for now is the helmet or something else. It's cool. The helmet would be cool off the top because it would give me 4 to play, 2 to equip to the Kithkeeper. Players can't draw cards, and oh my Christ, that was the worst thing you could play. So, nice. So, I can play the Crown. So, I'm going to play 4 mana for the Crown. 2 mana to put on the Kithkeeper. And then play the Gold Meadow. And turn. And Feastling has lifelink. So I'm going to go down to 1 here. But it's going to give me the ability to make infinite Kith Keepers. No. All right, I'm going to have to win with what's on board. Oh well, and this deck is now 0-2. 2, 3. I've got the crown. This is the best chance for the crown to have. Because then I can just, like, literally just copy the Thoughtweft Lieutenant with the Clackland Festival. So every turn it would kind of get nutty. My opponent is rocking some firebending card backs, so that tells me that they might be doing something aggressive and they might really like it, but apparently not. Apparently it's just a front, and that's fine. Sure. Do you have a play? You do have a play. Do they want to trade it in? They do. So they have a bad hand. They went down to 5 cards anyway, and they have a bad hand. So maybe, with a little bit of love, we can do this. Oh, man, I'm getting really greedy. The right play here is probably to assert perfection, kill their Crossroads Watcher, and then attack. But, have you also thought of getting a mana next turn, putting the crown on the Thoughtweft Lieutenant, and then playing the Clackland Festival? Just putting that out there. Have you thought about that? Because I've thought about that. If we lose this game, it means this crown is actual crap. So here's its chance. This is the best opportunity it has. Our opponent was down 2 cards to start. We are up tempo and card advantage. And all we need is to draw a land to make it do its thing. So let's see. They might have the ability to remove it too next turn, which is going to suck. Oh well. This is its best chance, and it's still going to die next turn. That's sad. So if I draw a land, I'm going to play the crown plus the festival, get some more Thoughtweft Lieutenants, and at least be building up the board. If I do not draw a land, I'm going to have to just crown and assert perfection and hope that they don't kill my crown. Hopefully they think it's a joke and not kill it. Hold it for something like the festival later. Just give them a bad target, basically. Nope, you can get in. I do wonder what they're holding. I did not draw a land. So, what I'm going to do is assert perfection. And let's see what they have as an answer to that. Sure. Okay. I guess we'll just attach the crown to the Thoughtweft Lieutenant and hope that they don't kill it. Got some of that life back. They play a land, so at least they're not going to get the cards. Unfortunately, the helmet has been killed. I have sunk 6 mana into it, and it did nothing. It seems like it might be a trap. Ooh, get a little greedy. Bomb. Cool. So that's going to help. I'm going to play the festival. Alright, and we attack with the Prideful Feastling. And he blocks. And I gain 12 life. That was a very good turn. And the problem is now that the helmet has done its thing, and done the one thing it was meant for, my opponent is in very rough shape. Because they're going to be able to kill the helmet. But a lot of the damage has already been done. I'm at 28 life. Yep. Aha. Okay. So once again, I'm running into an issue where I'm just not drawing lands. I think this is probably fine, though. Just keep playing to the board. Give my Feastling +3/+3. And see if they want to trade Wistfulness into it. Let's see how you feel. Yep, you're okay with that trade. I'm okay with that trade too. And I gain 5 more life. I'm at 33. We pass turn, and my Figure of Fable can get slightly bigger next turn. Oko! So that card needs to die ASAP. I had it in my pre-release, and it did a lot of work. What's his other plus? Okay, so my Wary Farmer is a little less good.
Try this on for size.
That's okay, because they're not going to attack because they want to protect Oko. They think that I won't. But I will. So I'm going to... This can't get bigger. And we win the game. So the helmet did its job. And we're going against the Laser Lord. Are they the Lord of Lasers? Who can tell? Okay. Turn 2. Probably Great Forest Druid, honestly. Thoughtweft Lieutenant is a thought. But I think putting the mana out early is better. And then we would only need one more green source to play Glisterbairn. And start giving things big bonuses. So we're going to start with a Forest. And the old Tamiyo Wave. Ah, Tamiyo. Wish you didn't get completed. You were like my favorite Planeswalker after Teferi. I'm going to play Great Forest Druid. Next turn, if we draw a 2-drop, we've got Thoughtweft +2. If we draw a straight 3, we've got 3-drop. 4-drop, we got 4. We only have one 4-drop, though, so probably not. Sure. We are going to play Thoughtweft Lieutenant. Do you let it live? Nobody knows. Great Forest Druid. Get big. Attack! Oh, they had a trick. Not a good trick, but they had a trick. Abigail, that's a problem. But she's already done her thing. I have done nothing but draw lands. So can play Glisterbairn. Sure, attack with a 5/5. Okay. So, we're here. We're taking 3 damage in the air. Glisterbairn number 2. This one can target this. This one can target that. And we go for 2. Alright, and they can make a token. Weary Farm is going to be great for us next turn because it's going to be able to give my Thought Weft Lieutenant trample. And then we're just going to go all in on the Thought Weft. And it's going to deal some serious damage that my opponent's not going to have seen coming. I have drawn yet another land. And this deck does not have a way to get rid of them. So we're going to just try to get in there with a big old Thought Weft. You are down to 10. We are down to 12. It is very close. I need to draw a not land. A black card would be really cool. Okay, so let's play this again. I do wonder what my opponent's trying to do here. Let's not equip it yet. Let's first see if they're going to kill my Thought Weft. Alright, we're going to get in for 11 and see how they want to block. They've got some surprise card coming, and it is a... Is it a removal spell? Is it the 2/2 Changeling Bird? Looks like it's a removal spell because it's touching my stuff. Pyrrhic Strike. There we go. So we get rid of all of their creatures, plus a removal spell for the cost of one thing, and it was the helmet. So, you know, it happened. I'm glad I gave them a target for their helmet, for the kill spell. Happy to be of service. And once again, it has done a lot of nothing. Our opponent is seriously having mana problems, so hopefully we can kind of exploit that. This Kithkin getting in is going to make the Thought Weft Lieutenant get a little bit bigger. We're going to go to combat, Glisterbairn, attack with all 3 of those. Put them at 3. And, I get a Surveil. Get rid of that land. I want action. If I can get a Kithkin, Thought Weft Lieutenant gets trample. Surly Farrier's going to give it vigilance. Like, I'm in pretty good shape, and we are at 2 and 2. 1, 2, 3, and a ton of lands. All we need is something to do with them. Moonlit Lamenter helps that because it removes a card. Perfect. We're going to just go for it. Sure, Springleaf Drum. I wonder how that's going to affect things like Standard and Pioneer. I don't think it was legal in Pioneer before. But, you know, viewers, you can correct me if I'm wrong. It's a very, very good... Ooh. Each other creature you control. So I think, before anything happens, I have to do this. And I have to hope that they don't save it. Oh, yes. That card was going to give me headaches. Yep, sure. So on curve, we're going to play Lamenter. Next turn, we can play the Druid, plus remove a counter from the Lamenter. Gathering Stone, cool. I've got this Gold Meadow Nomad in the yard now for the Mirrormind Crown turn. And I think, because they're not playing to the board, I'm literally going to do that. So next turn I have 5 mana, which is remove a counter from the Moonlight Lamenter, 2 mana to equip the helmet, and 1 mana to shoot the Nomad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be 6. So they're not going to get the Tree Folk. Okay. So, I'm going to tap 2 to equip the Lamenter. Tap 1 to pop this. Draw a card. And then we're going to make a token. Okay. We got nothing in the yard. So Reaping Willow hits nothing right now. Great Forge Druid is okay too. I would very much like to see my Kithkin enchantment. Nope. That's alright. So now we're going to play a Plains. Once again, remove a counter. Draw a card. Kithkeeper is going to be important at some point. But first we need to get some more love on the battlefield. They've done a lot of setting up. I think that they like playing EDH, and they think that setting up is what you have to do. But, I mean, look at all these artifacts. They're not affecting the board state at all. They're doing a great job of ramping and shit, but, like, look at the board. Okay. So. I'm going to play Figure of Fable. And Great Forest Druid. I'm not going to play Great Forest Druid. We're just going to go to attacks with what we have. Yep. The only thing you do is kill my Crossroads Watcher. And that tells me they don't have a board wipe. They might have a board wipe. Okay, so it's just going to kill my Lamenter. But I don't need any more because I already have a copy. Gains a little bit more life from the core. And I think I actually want to keep my Figure of Fable as open as possible. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to keep this off the battlefield basically until I have something to make tokens. Sure. Make it a Kithkin Scout with base power and toughness 2-3. Make it a Scout with base power... Sorry, make it a Soldier with base power and toughness 4-5. I can't do anything else with it. My turn. Great. Another land. So I think... we... play this, make 2 tokens, make that a 5-5, and then get in. No, we literally just do this, right? We win. Because it's... And this is what I mean about not paying attention to board states. Because I just have to turn things sideways, and they don't have the ability to kill me. So, that was the right choice. I just had to watch what I was doing. It's not a win yet. Can't protect that. So, the Voracious Tome Skinner has to block the 2-5. Figure of Fable is on the battlefield. I've still got 2 cards in hand, and they concede. We are at the main account break-even point. Once again, we're going to trust that the top of our deck gives us a land. Thought Weft on 2 is great. Crossroad Watcher or Wary Farmer on 3 will help fix. I just need one mana source. Alright, I'm going to start spiraling. I've got 3 3-drops. All I need to do is draw a mana source. And I did not. Surly Farmer will keep me going. That one. And they have a kill spell. Sure thing. Yep. And one turn too late. We're going to start with the Wary Farmer. And then we're going to offer a trade. It seems weird, because our creature is a little bit more valuable than theirs at this point in the game. But I just want to keep their board clear. The less stuff they have on board, the less I'm in trouble. And see, they turned it down. And that's going to suck for them when I start playing other stuff. Ooh, look at that. Give it first strike. Cool. No blocks. So now we're starting to get mana again. I'm going to play the Crossroads Watcher. I'm going to give my Wary Farmer a little bit more of a buff, and we're going to attack for 4. So this is going to be a bit of a slug match. This is tough because 2 and 2 is 4, so I could play this plus like something else, but I really, really need to get mana into my hand. I've got a great 6. All I need to do is get there. Sorry, 7. All I need to do is get there. That Gallant Foul Knight is going to be a huge pain in my ass. They're going to be able to remove Crossroads Watcher is a pretty good target for that. You don't attack with a 2/2 unless you've got some trick. Okay, they don't have a trick, so we take 3. We are once again going to have to play off curve. I think the play is the Wary Farmer number 2, just to help us get through our deck. And we'll attack for 4. Alright, they have no tricks. There was no stick there. Kithkeeper, you gotta go in the yard. I need some mana. I need mana hard. Next turn, no matter if we get mana or not, we're probably playing Moonlight Lamenter. Unless they play something really big and a pain in the ass here. That's fine. I'm okay with that. They make a token. Sure thing. That gives their creatures first strike. No, it doesn't. Ah, okay. Once again, we are hurting. So I'm going to play the Lamenter. So it will let me draw something next turn and still keep up 2 mana. Let's go ahead and give a Wary Farmer +1/+1 in Vigilance and see how they want to trade. I will trade a 1 for 2. But if they want to throw a token underneath the bus, I'm okay with that. Sure. They got everything they wanted. Hi, buddy. Not yet. Not yet. Because I'm streaming. I know, but you want them. Uh-oh. That Gloom Ripper's probably going to spell the end here. But we will play it out. It's going to kill my Tree Folk, probably. And buff the Scarblade Scout to immense dimensions. Really? I think I'm okay with the trade here. What am I doing next turn? Yeah, sure. We'll trade here. I gotta stop the bleeding. They gotta stop gaining life. I now have 5 mana available. I can do this, activate the ability, draw a card. Then 2 + 1 is 3, which is not 4. I still think it might be worth doing. Because what else am I going to do? I'm going to Spiral into Solitude something, but there's nothing I'm really afraid of them attacking with right now. So we're going to do this, that. Kill your Shield Bearer. No attacks. And now I can block some of their damage. If they attack with everything, I kill the token. Oh no! They have it! Now I'm taking a lot of damage. So now I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm probably dead. So we're going to deal 4 damage to that. I'm going to spiral into solitude that. Yep, you can exile my creature. Sure thing. So I take 2 damage next turn. Yep. Awesome. Alright, Glisterbairn. Save my ass. Prideful Feastling. You save my ass. It will definitely save my ass, though, if it lives, because next turn it's getting in for 6. They got their own Feastling. Sure, sure. My turn? I could exile their Foul Knight, but it doesn't do anything anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 mana. I'm gonna be greedy. Attack for 6. If they have a kill spell, I'm just dead. They did not. So now I'm back at a healthy 9. And next turn, no matter what comes off the top of the deck, I'm going to equip the crown to the Glisterbairn. No blocks. Sure. Alright, that came a little late, but that's okay. We're going to equip the crown to the Glisterbairn. And then we're going to play this. Make 2 copies. Combat, combat, combat. And attack for 14. They can block the 14. And I gain 14. I'm now 21. And I think we've probably won this game. And we have! Oh yeah! The helmet gets there again. Alright, Mel. Mel the Elemental. Elemental. This is a very sketchy keep. We've got a lot of stuff to do on 3, which is probably fine. Alright, we'll give it a shot. This is going to be our first 3. I'm hoping that we draw a 2-drop. We do have a lot of them. Even 1-drop, we can get the Kithkin dude. We draw land. Okay. So we'll start with the Wary Farmer on 3. We drew another land. Okay. Next turn, we play the Lamenter. Sure. That doesn't matter to me because it's going to do what it needs to do, which is just to scry me. We are now going to get rid of any lands that are not green. Sure, we'll keep that on top. Good game? Good game. I'm so sorry, Mel, that you just didn't draw any lands. I've been there. It sucks. What do we have? A couple more 3s. We got the crown, which is part of our run, so let's keep it. We're really putting this crown through its paces. Do I think it's good? No. Do I think it's better than a 0? Yes. Whatever draft thing that was the draft helper that I use, which I think is untapped, has it ranked as a 0, and I think it's better than that. I'm going to play my farmer. The tree was probably better just because it can block itself, but I really do want to get these early game surveils in. Just to dig me through things. That has to die. So I need something to kill that. It's going to be the Assert Perfection, which means that I'm not doing something this turn. right? Because when it flips, mill 3, then you may exile elf if you do it in your yard. 2. You know what? I'm going to give it a turn where I'm going to play a Wary Farmer. And I'm going to be looking for a land like nobody's business. No attacks. Perfect. Almost perfect. I wish it was white, not green, but I'm not going to... Beggars can't be choosers right now. So Lamenter plus Assert Perfection. Kill the Tristan. Hopefully they go shields down. I take 6. Down to 11. Yep. So they're leaving 1 green up. Is that intentional? We'll find out. I play the Lamenter. They've got something. Okay. So I'm going to attack with my Wary Farmers. Pass. I think a white source would be fine. Or Thought Weft is great. Because the name of the game, if they're going to leave up that 1 green, the name of the game might be just to destroy them in speed. I'm going to go no blocks again. Actually, I'm going to block like this, I think. So they can pitch a card to keep their elf. Yep, okay. You got me with your trickery. Ooh. Which means that I would have been basically dead. They're still going to keep up that 1 green because they're assholes. Yep. So Glisterbarn comes out. And the fact that I'm reading what I'm reading means that I think we attack with just this one. We attack for 6. And see how they feel. They've definitely got the hexproof card, and I want them to tap out for it. What is it even called? The 1 green mana hexproof. I don't think it's indestructible. It's just hexproof. What's that thing do? Reach Trample, which is big. Yeah, sure. I'm going to Thought Weft plus the Festival. We can't do that because I need more white. I will throw my Wary Farmer under the bus. Unless they attack with everything. They're still keeping that 1 green mana out intentionally. It's really kicking my ass. Because I know what that card is, and I just can't do anything against it. They discard a card to make Iron Shield Elf indestructible. It's Evolving Wilds. Yep. I need them to go shields down, like, really badly. They have 6 trample. I can't get past that. The fact I have 1 white mana is really, really hurting. And it sucks, because they're going to be like, haha, I got you, but I know exactly what that last card is. You got to play to your outs, though. So I'm going to attack with my 7/7. See if they block it with both of their creatures. They're not going to. They are going to. Okay. So I'm going to kill the Pummeler. And then we're going to assert Perfection. Gilderbarn, Feastling, and then they're going to do it. Holy shit, they didn't have it. I'm still pretty dead here. Especially because they can do that. Okay. I'm at 3. I have to block both creatures. Goodbye. Goodbye. And, yep, that's going to be lethal. And GG's. Alright, that run didn't do so bad. We had a couple bad losses early, but we fought back from it. And I'm pretty happy with where we ended up. I got 100 extra gems to play my draft, plus collect some packs. So, you know what? Sometimes that's as good as you can hope for. So until next time, YouTube, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.